Eric Cantona cost £1.2 million. Manchester United won 4 titles in his 5 seasons. Most people would call that the best signing in Premier League history. But he is third. Here's why. You buy a player to win the league, so how often was the league actually won while he was there? One number, every player has it. It works the same for a goalkeeper as it does for a striker. 10 signings, nobody in the top 10 arrived after 2019, and the man at number 1 played 3 seasons. Titles per season at the club, that is the ranking. 3 titles in 3 seasons beats 7 in 12, because the second one took 9 more years. 2 rules make it fair. A player needs at least 3 Premier League seasons at the club, because 1 season and 1 title is not a record. It is a coincidence. And where 2 players are level, whoever played more games goes first. That rule does more than you would expect. 6 of these 10 won at exactly the same rate. What separates them is how much football they actually played while it was happening. Fees are in here too, but only as a fact. What he cost on the day as reported. Nothing is converted into today's money, because a pound in 1992 and a pound now are not really the same thing, and pretend in other ways would be the least honest number in the video. One last thing, the score does not choose who is worth considering, it settles the order once you have. £505,000, that is what United paid Brøndby in 1991. 7 Premier League seasons, 5 titles, 252 games and 112 clean sheets, which is a clean sheet in 44% of everything he played. Note on the counting, because it matters. He arrived in 1991 and that season was the old First Division, so it does not count here. 7 seasons, not 8. He captained the side that won the treble in 1999 and left immediately afterwards, which is the rarest thing on this list. Almost nobody leaves at the top. And here's the strange part, 252 games is more than any other player on this list except for 1, and he is only 10th, because 5 titles in 7 seasons is a slower rate than 3 and 4. 12.6 million in 1988, United had never spent more. 96 league games, 48 goals, 18 in his first season, joint top goal scorer, player of the season and a treble. 3 titles in 4 seasons. So why 9th? Because 5 other players won at exactly the same rate and he played fewer games than any of them. 96. Bruce played 148, Ederson played 276. That is the tiebreak doing its job. York was brilliant, and he was brilliant in bursts. He was out of the side within 3 years and gone by 2002. The same rate as 5 others, least football played, 9th. 27.4 million, and Danilo going the other way in 2019. 98 league games, 3 titles in 4 seasons, and now the strange part. He was loaned to Bayern Munich in January 2023, halfway through a season City went on to win. He left and he still won the league that year. That is not a trick of the counting, it is what the counting is for. He was in that squad, he played 17 league games in it and City were champions. If you think that should not count, you're arguing with the measure, which is fair, but you buy players literally to win you titles, and this is the best way I could see to rank them. So he's 8th. He has 2 more games than York, and this is the entire difference between them. 3.5 million in 1997 at 31 years old to replace Eric Cantona. His first season, United did not win the league, Arsenal did. Then they won 3 in a row. 104 league games, 31 goals, and 15 of them came in the last of those seasons, when he was 34. 3 titles in 4 seasons, from a player everyone had written off. He does not outrank Cantona, and this video is not going to pretend he does. Cantona won at a faster rate and he is 3rd, but £3.5 million for a 31-year-old who won 3 of his 4 seasons is the kind of signing nobody puts on a list like this, and the number says it belongs. Just over £800,000 from Norwich in 1987. The exact figure was never disclosed and it was reported as both 800 and 825. He captained United to the first Premier League title in 1993, and in April of that season, he scored twice in the last few games against Sheffield Wednesday, in a game they had to win. 3 titles in 4 Premier League seasons, 148 games. In 1994, he became the first English player of the 20th century to captain a side to the double. He never played for England, not once. That is worth sitting with. The captain who lifted the first Premier League trophy, who cost under £1 million, and who won 3 of his 4 seasons, was never picked by his country. £45 million for a fullback in 2017. It was the joke of that summer. The most expensive English defender anybody had ever bought. 212 league games, 6 titles in 8 seasons, 6. More than Cantona, more than Schmeichel, more than any other player in this top 10 except for one. He left in January 2025, on loan to Milan and signed for Burnley that summer. The 2 seasons he missed both went to Liverpool. 5th, and the thing to notice is that nobody argues about the fee anymore. 6 league titles is not an argument you can have. 34.7 million in 2017, a world record for a goalkeeper. 276 league games, 115 clean sheets, every one of them for City. 6 titles in 8 seasons, including 4 in a row, which no club had done before. He is 4th on exactly the same rate as 4 other players, and he is above all of them for one reason. 276 games, nobody else at that rate is close. He left for Fenerbahce in September 2025, so 8 Premier League seasons, not 9. A world record fee for a goalkeeper, and he played nearly every week of it. £1.2 million in November 1992 from the team that were champions. 6 months later, United were champions instead for the first time in 26 years. 143 league games, 64 goals, 4 titles in 5 seasons. The season they did not win is the season he spent banned, 9 months from January 1985, after he kicked a spectator at Selhurst Park. United finished 2nd by a point. That is the whole case in one fact. Take him out of the side for most of a season and the title goes with him. He captained the 1996-97 side and retired that summer at 30. 3rd, 2 appearances behind the man above him, and that is the only thing between them. £60 million in 2018, City's record signing at the time and the most expensive African player there had been. 145 league games, 43 goals, 4 titles in 5 seasons. And he is the only player in this 10 who had actually won the league somewhere else. Leicester 2016 for £450,000. Think about that. The same player is in this study twice. Once as a £450,000 signing who won a title at 5,000 to 1, and once as a £60 million signing who won 4 more. Second by 2 appearances over Cantona. That is how tight the middle of this list is. £10.6 million in 1998, a world record for a defender. 3 seasons at Man United, 3 titles. He is the only player in this study with a perfect record. Everybody else has a gap. He does not have one because he was not there long enough to have one. Say the obvious thing before anybody else does. 3 seasons is the smallest sample this video allows, and if the rule were 4, he would not be on the list at all. That is real and is also the point. He was in the PFA Team of the Year in all 3. He won the treble in the first one, and in August 2001, days after an autobiography Ferguson did not like, he was sold to Lazio inside 24 hours. Ferguson later said it was a bad decision and that he regretted it. Nobody has won more per season than a player his manager did not want to keep. 6 for Man United, 4 for Man City, and no 3rd club. That will look like bias, even though I'm an Arsenal fan, so here is the arithmetic. 34 Premier League seasons, United have won 13 of them and City 8. That is 21 between 2 clubs. Chelsea have 5, Arsenal 4, Liverpool 2, Blackburn and Leicester 1 each. If the measure is how often the league was won while you were there, then joining one of 2 of them clubs is the most of the answer. The best Chelsea signing in the whole pool is Diego Costa, who is 18th. The best Arsenal signing is Sol Campbell, 40th. The best Liverpool signing is Virgil van Dijk, 57th. None of them are close. And the best signing made anywhere since 2019 is Cancelo at 8th. After him, nothing. Not yet anyway. So the honest answer is not really about players. The best transfer in Premier League history is the one that joins a team about to win everything and gets out before it stops. Stam did that without meaning to. Schmeichel did it on purpose. Henry is not on this list. Salah is not on this list. Bergkamp, Van Dijk, Rooney, none of them. They were not worse players, they just joined at the wrong time, and that turns out to be the most of it.